Alright, so there's been a update to the December update. The Exile system's now out, and I believe they brought out Delphinite Ghost Ships. So I just want to like briefly go over that. The Delphinite Ghost Ships I might do something on another time, because I need friends to do that, and I don't have any of those. But anyway, let's just get right into it. So the new Exile system's out, which allows players to transfer between factions. That includes Haranya as well, not just pirates anymore. Which, I don't know how I feel about the pirate system right now. I liked the old one where you had to get like 10,000 infamy to actually become a pirate. I don't know, it gave like more of an RP reason to it. Other than just like a quest. It kind of takes away from the whole crime points system and everything. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. If you're a pirate right now, you're also kind of screwed if you want to come back to a faction, into a main faction, because they've locked most of you in. Because the new requirements are 8k to join another faction, 8k equipment points to join a faction. You also need 5k proficiency in the opposite language. I don't know if that applies for going back to your previous faction. It could do, I don't really know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go ahead and show where the locations are in Marianople. I can't really do this on East because I don't have an East character. Maybe I'll pull up an image right now of where they are. If I don't, that means I couldn't find one, so apologies for that. Pirate Island, I'm sure you're going to be able to easily find the people, because it's Growlgate. There's not really much there. But yeah, here's the first one. This is to actually go to the pirate faction. This one wasn't actually that hard to find. It's just above the hall. You just talk to them once you've got 8k equipment points and 5k language proficiency. And there should be a quest. They'll give you an item, and that'll send you on over to the opposite faction, which is pretty cool. The one thing about that is you can't come back for 2 months, and there also has to be available slots, which I will go over in a moment. I am just going to quickly go over to the Haranyan Exile. So that's if you want to go pirate. If you want to go Haranyan, you have to come all the way over here to Berr, the reading poem, which, I'm not going to lie, this was a pain to find. They call it Berr in the patch notes, so I was running around /targeting that the whole time. Didn't mention the brackets reading poem, so, you know, I must have spent like half an hour looking for this person, just /targeting over and over again. Didn't find them, this is why. But yeah, same thing applies. Talk to them, they'll give you an item, you use the item, and that'll exile you over to Haranya, which is really cool. I like that we can now go over to Haranya. I don't know how they're doing this balance-wise, like faction balance-wise, but it's like a really cool RP thing, but it's definitely more for balance issues, because right now, if you want to see how many exile slots are available, you just go to your faction tab, and looking right now at the pirate faction, they have 11 exiles available, so 11 people can go pirate. I don't know if pirates can leave their faction. I feel like they'll have very few exile slots to Noyan at least, and Haranya, but I don't know. I feel like pirates are kind of screwed right now. If you don't have the requirements to switch back and you want to switch, you're kind of locked in, unfortunately. But, you know, that's the way it goes. I don't know how they're calculating. I think it might be based on faction activity rank. Because right now, my faction has the strongest activity. Although we only have one castle because, you know, maybe I should switch factions. Maybe I should get the requirements and switch faction. That'd probably be a good idea at this point. But yeah, and then Haranya have 9 exile slots available. So, still 9 slots available. If I want to get out of there, I can do. But yeah, so I don't know how they're calculating this. It could be faction activity rank, which resets weekly. So maybe if I check that weekly, I'll be able to tell. But I don't think that will... I don't think that's a good way of balancing it. Maybe it'll be equipment points. I feel like maybe it'll be a combination of equipment points and something else. I don't know. They haven't stated how they're calculating this for the Exile system. It's a cool concept. I don't know if... I don't know why you'd want to go Haranyan, honestly. I don't think it offers you any incentive to actually join the opposite faction. Like, maybe if they were, like, have some honor or something, or they gave you some items or something for switching on over to be like, hey, we have a power balance issue, go join this faction and take these items. Because right now there's only negatives to really swapping faction. Like, Pirate, there's different stuff to do, but Haranya's the same as Noya, except you're on a different continent, which means you don't have any of the connections you used to have. You probably don't have any friends on the opposite faction, because, let's be honest, if you're playing Unchained, and you're playing with friends, you probably join the same faction, or you went Pirate pretty early on. That's... Because, I mean, if someone was like, if you've got a friend who really wants to play a cat, and you're like, listen, I'm playing West, then maybe you two can meet up now. I don't know. I don't think there's any real incentive to it, so I'll probably never really join Haranya. I might go Pirate at some point, though. I think that could be fun. It'd be interesting, at least. I never went Pirate back in Legacy either, so it'd be really cool to see. But yeah, that's kind of it for the Exile update. It's a really cool concept. I just don't know how well executed it's been. I'm hoping we'll see more updates to it over time. I feel like they are pushing this out now, and they'll probably, like, I don't know, make adjustments to it as it goes, because I don't know if this was already out in Legacy, or if this is something that's been pushed to both. Because I think it's going to have a bigger effect on Legacy servers than it will Unchained. But it's pretty neat nonetheless. This is something I've actually wanted for a while. I wish we could maybe just create a race and be like, hey, I just want to be on this faction with this race. That'd be kind of cool, but the whole concept of the language barrier and being able to, like, learn that as well is also really cool. So I like the idea of having them separate, but also at the same time, I feel like, for the people that are like, hey, I want to make a cat and be West, it'd be pretty cool if they could just do that anyway, because I do have friends who are like, I really want to play a cat, and I'm like, listen, we're playing West, and they don't play the game anymore. Maybe they would have played if they were a cat still, I don't know. But, yeah, I just want friends, really. So, if we could get on there, if someone would like to, join my server, hangouts, anyone, please. Or, you know what, you could also join my stream over at twitch.tv/sunrise. We're live Thursday to Monday, 8 PM GMT onwards, around that time. I'm somewhere around there, I'm usually on. Join the stream, hang out, leave a follow, and smash like, subscribe, hit the bell, yeah, all that stuff. I don't really usually do this. I usually do all of these videos live on the stream. So this is something different. I'm probably going to do a few more of these because I'm currently sick, which is why I haven't been streaming, and I'm like, hey, I want to make videos in the meantime because I like being productive. So yeah, that's where I'm at.